Okay. Remember, all the Twinkie feeling and the talking could have been out the window and never happened if there wasn't jerks that want to turn everything I say against me. So I have to spend unnecessary time in words. And I gotta go, and all that stuff. And preposition and paraphrase and oh yeah. And I already have a stress issue right now. It's really lame. So I'm really trying here. Okay. In guidance, spiritual guidance, all right? Which is going on my file, but I'm putting it onto the internet. It's no big deal. I say it's no big deal because it's no big deal legally, so stop trying to pull illegal shit on me. All right. Al-Qaeda has to take military action. That's why I'm finishing my spaghetti, was my green light memo. It's just, I could totally love to share spiritual stuff, but it never could because we're always still doing this. Someday, look, very soon, my life will not be this. This is a part of my life. And I said that. I'm going to do other things in my life and I'm going to live. All right? I live through this. And this is just disgraceful. But I do pray for my life. Okay? I do. Because it got really scary in Washington, D.C. It did. No one's going to argue that. They're not going to say, let me fill in with more unnecessary words. But we have to, with the type of people we're dealing with. They're not going to say that I'm delusional, that I'm paranoid, that I'm imagining this, that I think there's danger when there's none. They're not going to do that. I put up too much evidence and put too much YouTube videos up, and there's too many people jumping off roofs. You're not going to say that anymore. All right, so let's move on. We shouldn't even had to have said any of that, period. I should have just been able to speak freely. All right, so going back. Al-Qaeda is going to take military action over this house with the people in it. And I'm not going to say why because I don't need the legal, excuse me, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. I don't need the legal DOJ evil meth heads coming after me because I said anything. So I'm playing sharply with semantics legally, okay? Why don't you just come to the assumption of why Al-Qaeda don't like the people here? Okay, you try to connect those dots instead of putting me in the position to always be saying it. All right. So what happened in my surmising and what I've witnessed and all my guidance and everything. So basically, this is my opinion. All right. Opinion. Let's just stop. If you would just let me speak, we wouldn't have to do any of this. But they won't. The meth heads think this is going to help them. No, it's just causing me unnecessary duress. All right. So Trump took the folks here. All right. And everybody who's got a brain can connect the dots because I can't repeat everything all the time, especially when you're putting me in the position to put myself in jeopardy all the time in every video. I can't. Trump took the Al-Qaeda, right. All right. They'll do anything for drugs. He's supplying them. These stash houses, the cash and the dope, wherever it is, all the things that lead to the dope, crystal meth, narco state is Trump's new envisioned empire. This was his empire. Okay? That also is key. There's an asterisk here. Russia and Al-Qaeda were feeding everybody this. It was part of their thing. Trump not only took the caliphate, but he took everything, dude. He's going to take over the drugs. He's going to do it all. This is a typical fucking dumb fuck mobster. All right? It's just in there. It's actually really great. And I always said that he was elected and not Clinton's. This is how Rob would do it. No other way. But it's been agony, man, the last 4 years. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Trump took the caliphate. Trump took the drugs. He's going to make an empire out of it. All these stash houses, whatever is in there stashed, is part of his new perceived, envisioned empire. All right? So, Al-Qaeda thinks this is out of control now. How many times have I been saying that? It's a pattern, right? I've been saying that a lot for a while. We know that, but I can't put myself in jeopardy. I have to be kind of vague sometimes. So when I'm speaking of certain contexts of certain things, yes, I'm smart, all right? So military action and guidance, theoretically, could possibly be taken on folks here. This is Al-Qaeda camp. This is their theoretic determinations that they got to do. Because why? Because the good fads, the Pentagon, everybody, the whole fucking world knows about this house and everything that goes on every fucking day, all day long in it. All right? The junkies, the Trump narco state empire, they're so out of it on drugs. I need to not say anymore. They're not making rational decisions. Just watch how all these helicopters fly around. I often wonder how many people are whacked out on drugs flying aircraft. Yeah, you have to consider all this shit. All right? So I don't believe anybody, even the stupidest, most whacked out idiot, Scarface, would keep supplying people here after the stash houses and the cops are making headlines. They're showing up suicided and right. I don't think so. But don't put it past them. And this is their financial incentive. You have military members desperate to stash the narcotics in South Pole and all these crazy places, because it's not just, it is their fix. They are very addicted, but it's their financial incentive. It's their future. I've invested in this is my future. Like, I'm be rich, man. Like, they're fucking really whacked out. They're already genocidal. You can imagine the nature of the beast here. And then they're going to make money off this. You got to deal with that. At some point, not just me has to deal with this shit. It's a fucking monster. But it's not like, we can't deal. But no, you got to deal. It's a monster. We got a lot of military members and DOJ and feds, and I've listed them all, with financial incentive for an ethnic cleansing, with a physical, physiological addiction going. I mean, oh God. You can imagine the state of mind these people are in mass. And the more you act out, the more you tend to, oh, I hate them black people. Oh, I hate them. Oh, I hate them Jews. Like, can you imagine you're all whacked on speed and shit? Just fucking recognize this. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Right? Yeah. And then they're going to get really rich, man, off this meth, man. Don't get in the way. We're going to get really rich, world rich. This is Trump's new empire. These stash houses. So I have a suspicion. I have an opinion. I choose to believe. I have a theory. I have guidance. I have green lights. The Al-Qaeda is not in agreement with this. All right? And this house is like a massive loose cannon, and they got to do something, because there's something I could say to it, but I think I'm going to leave it out for just self-protection, because this is on the internet, and these folks, I highly presume some view these or they hear it, and I don't need any more unnecessary grief, okay? I'm already really struggling here to get the fuck out of this house. I don't need any more bullshit. All right, so I think I did my little dance around on eggshells, little semantics game pretty good. That's my green light, is that this cannot go on forever with Al-Qaeda. No. And Trump, yeah, probably. Because this is his new empire. The guy is on drugs. I have not backed down from that. It was my guidance. And some of the stuff, like, dude, I said he's going to get COVID. How much shit, like, with Trump am I right about? Like, right, I'm even recognizing it. So I'm like, put that on file, mama, but put that with a little, like, note stick-it pad, because that one is probably true. Like, probably spot on. All my shit is, I'm not trying to say all my stuff. It's from my celestial family, and it's to tell the Pentagon. I know the order. But sometimes I'm like, wow, yeah, it's probably true, like, this is intriguing. Like, stick it pad on that file there. He's probably on mad meth. Yeah. You got to find out. how that happened because it's relatively soon. Remember, I put up his body was about to go into full-on addiction. And then my guidance was that he's been mixing it with coke because he's getting too amped. So his logic and reason is to, I'll just subdue it with some coke. No, coke is not like the shit they're really doing here. I'm trying to get that over. Whatever they're on around here, man. And you minorities, let me just rub this in again. You're dealing with people who are beyond, I don't know, whacked out. I've never been that ever. And they're sitting around going, goddamn blacks, goddamn Jews. Like, yeah. I know that they got their black gang members, but these are Al-Qaeda jihadists. They hate Christian blacks. But anyway, so they're up here. They're in the house. They have their drugs. All right? I'm going to keep doing everything I do. I'm good. My water from my noodles is boiling. My spaghetti sauce is great, considering it's bare minimum. Considering I said to the Pentagon folks, this says a lot to them too. And I thank you for working with me because all I ever wanted to do was help everybody, okay? I think we know that. If Al-Qaeda is taking military action, that says a lot to them. These are the experts. I'm here to help. Exactly. And it's a lot to do with this house, and I don't need to tell the fucking experts why that is. I forget. I'm talking to some of them. It's very possible they might view this, and I love you. And I love you. I know I've said very mean things. No, I won't stand or talk to near no one. No, I won't stand by no one. I'm 15 feet away. Yes, I will. I'm very fucking pissed still. Don't stand or talk to me. Nope. The only one I'll talk to is Biden. All right. Biden's not military or a cop. That's why. He's an old sage. Okay. I'm going to hang up. My spaghetti dinner is going to be good. I'm going to stay safe in here. God bless America. Say goodbye.